Yo fam, what's going on? Literally, I've never done this shit before, but I know I sent you guys a recommendation on how to earn some high APR interest rates. Really cool project. Thought I'd just follow up and show you really quickly how to get into the action. So for those of you who are familiar with using Ethereum and particularly have an interest in NFTs, you may be familiar with OpenSea, which is the largest NFT marketplace at the moment. There are some definitely other marketplaces that are going to be dropping here soon to keep an eye on, namely Coinbase's NFT marketplace, as well as LooksRare. LooksRare is already out, and one of its key value props is that the transaction fees that are charged for buying and selling NFTs on this marketplace are only 2% versus OpenSea's 2.5%. But not only does it have a lower transaction fee, it also gives you rewards every time you buy and sell. So there's actually an incentive to be in this marketplace. One of the coolest things though is even if you're not buying and selling NFTs, you still can get in on the action. And that's what I want to highlight here today. So the first thing we're going to do is hop on over to looksrare.org. And if you guys don't have MetaMask installed already, definitely get it. Highly recommend if you're doing anything in the DeFi, crypto space. MetaMask is the wallet of choice. Just highly recommend it. So definitely check it out if you don't already have this set up. Worth having. But once you have your MetaMask, you're basically going to sign in, which I won't show just to keep my password hidden here. Once you're signed in, though, you can basically refresh the LooksRare page, and this wallet icon that's in the top, you can just go ahead and say that you want to connect to your MetaMask. It's going to ask your MetaMask then. It's going to ask to confirm that. You'll say yes. We're going to go ahead and connect. Okay, and now my wallet icon on the top right has turned into this little icon. I haven't really done shit with LooksRare in terms of setting up a profile, but I have gotten in deep on their reward system. So what you can do is when you click that wallet icon, go to the very bottom and look at Looks Rewards. Even if you haven't started staking already, you still can go to that location. And what it will show you is what is the current APR rate. So when I got in this project about 3 weeks ago, the APR was around 800%. It is coming down, and that largely has to do with how much TVL or total value locked is in this liquidity pool at any given moment. The more money that is in, the more people that will be splitting any rewards from that 2% transaction fee that takes place on the site. So more people putting their money in and staking, the less interest per person. Still nearly 500% APR. I'd say that's pretty good. You can read a little bit here. The way they actually split the APR is that they will give you, for every Looks token you stake, you'll get 196% APR at the moment on Looks. So you'll actually get Looks tokens in return. And then you'll also get another 295% in WETH, which is wrapped Ether. It's basically Ether, 1-to-1. It's the same shit. You can use it. Really no concerns with it being WETH. But once you're on the site, all you really have to do, if you don't have it already, I'm actually going to just quickly show you here. So I've been staking for a while. I've got about 1.79 WETH that I can collect. I'm going to go ahead and do that. That's pretty solid. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit collect, confirm it in my wallet. You do have to pay these transaction fees, which on Ethereum below, about $100 right now. I've seen worse. It's kind of the cost of doing business, but it's also the reason why I only collect my WETH every week or so. But I'm just going to go ahead and collect that 1.7 WETH. It's going to take a little bit. It's now in my wallet. And the cool part is you could actually, I'm just going to show you this looks like. You could buy Looks on Uniswap, which is a really cool exchange, very easy to use. I'm actually using a different computer than normal. And so because it's my first time using this computer, it's asking me to add the Looks token to my MetaMask wallet. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit import. One other cool thing I'll note, just while we're waiting for this, had I had the tokens properly set up in my wallet. So you can see I've got the WETH there now. But you can actually swap directly within MetaMask. And usually you can get cheaper prices by doing so. And so I'm actually just going to show you that route. Even though I just paid some of those fees, it happens. What are you going to do? But before I do this, let me just verify that I've got, I got 1.7 WETH. So I'm going to go and just swap. We'll do all 1.7. Why not? 1.7 WETH. We'll turn that into Looks. And we're going to go ahead and review this swap here. Just going to fetch us some quotes from different DeFi exchanges. About 1,300 Looks this would give me. I do have to pay about $100. I think it's a little bit cheaper than what Uniswap would give me. So I'm good with this. I'm just going to go ahead and process. I got to find something cooler to do while we're waiting for these transactions. Although the network's moving decently fast, not bad. So now you can see I've got those Looks in my wallet, and the WETH has been, that 1.7, just a tiny bit left over here. So I'm going to go ahead and flip back to Looks now. And the cool thing is, if I come into my stake, you can see that I already have 9,900 Looks that are staked, but I have another 1,300 or so in my wallet. And so I'm just going to go ahead here and click max, go ahead and stake all of that. Again, MetaMask is going to make sure this is what I want to do. These are where these fees are significant. So if you're doing this, you've got to do it with a nice sum of money for it to make it worthwhile. But the interest rates are so insane right now that I think it's definitely worth doing. We're just going to wait for this to load, and then I'll call out kind of one of the final nice features that I like about this particular staking pool. All right. So our looks have successfully been staked. That 9,900 I was staking, we see that jump. Already starting to earn WETH on what I just staked. So that's pretty cool. About a dollar worth since I started this video. Earned to date, I just want to call this out quickly. So I mentioned when you stake looks, you get paid in both looks and WETH. Whenever you get paid in looks, the cool part about this is it's automatically going to compound with what you've already had staking. And so as I get more stakes accruing or looks accruing here, in fact, if I talk long enough, you'll see this number increase. And in parallel, you'll see this 1125.4453. We should see that jump up just a bit. And there you go. Just jumped to 285.4664. So it's going to be constantly compounding, giving you more exposure here, exponential gains. And that's it. Besides that, it's pretty, easy money. Just kind of set it and forget it, to the extent that you can. The only thing I would say, probably once per day, if anything, you just want to come in and check on how the price of looks is doing overall. Looks like it is a bit down today, which I have to wonder that could be the result of Coinbase announcing that their NFT marketplace is coming very, very soon. Obviously, Coinbase has a high user adoption. It's also kind of the first entryway for many people who are not exposed to crypto, not as far down the rabbit hole. A lot of them might be starting with an exchange like Coinbase. And so, you do have to monitor the price action. I'm not too concerned at the moment. And with those high APR rates, as long as you keep monitoring this and this stays healthy, overall, I'd say still a good buy for the next couple of months here. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed.